Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, The Oystress. I'm very happy that you're here, that you're returning. If you are here for the first time, I hope that you get comfortable and that you want to stay a while. It is after midnight, so technically it is Friday, May 16th at 2:06 a.m. This is my third time trying to record your message. I took a break for a day because the interruptions kept popping up, and so now here we are today. But 3 is definitely significant for you, as well as some sort of cycle that you are reaching a peak of, coming out of, is coming to conclusion or bringing awareness to you about something that has been cyclical. And now, because you fully align with yourself in the proper capacity that you need to, looked at this, acknowledged, made a change, cleansed something out, you're now moving forward into something else energetically. But welcome back. You guys have done pretty much every single zodiac except for Cancer and Aquarius is left. And you guys are like the first ones to come knocking at the door with brand new energy. So I'm very excited for you guys. Overall, this is a message about relationship. Every single Virgo energy I'm getting has come out as some sort of relationship, like more so going in towards monogamy, being monogamous, or just dealing with another person, but it has to do with relationships and love. It feels like I'm obviously gonna pull, and whatever else comes out we will touch on as well. But I do have meditation and downloads that I got for you guys while I was sitting still and just throughout the days and the weeks that your energy was coming up. And now it's time to read for you. So we're gonna say a prayer over this space. I've already cleansed this space, and then we will get into these meditative downloads and notes. So thank you, Lord, for coming to me at this time, allowing me to be in the presence of Virgo and both of us being in the presence of you, holding your hand, being guarded and protected by you with your armies of angels, your rainbows, butterflies, and all of the protection, mercy, and guidance that we need from you at this time and moving forward. I ask that you continue to allow me to keep a safe space for Virgo, that I hold them tight, that they know that they are safe, well, loved, and blessed, and that all is well from now and moving forward. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's start the music. Okay, so like I said, I already started your reading, and I was probably like 10 minutes in or something like that, so I might be a little jumbled going over these because I have to realize what I didn't say or did already say. Okay, so getting started, obviously, energy is energy. You could be a male or a female. Bruh, 333 on my timer. I can be free. She just said, like, you're really coming out of something. Like, 3s are about collaboration, working together, also like being aligned, being an Empress energy, things of that sort. But yeah, so a lot of female energy for sure. That's confirmation there. For my females, again, you don't have to be. This could be male energy as well. Energy just is what it is. So whatever you resonate with, do not take anything that does not fit you or force a message. For my females, you might have some body aches. I was seeing something about your right arm specifically. The color green could be significant. Something about really healing, paying attention to that and what it means for you, to you. I was seeing the majority of you, your energy being cloud energy. I was seeing a room specifically that had clouds floating just in the room. So that gives me an energy of you guys feeling light. You could feel like you're floating, but kind of just very easy in your energy, regardless of what's going on around you. I feel like some of you are going to Texas soon. Unbeknownst to you, it could be with a Pisces, which would be your opposite, but it doesn't have to be. But for some of you that is significant. Atlanta is as well. Something about your eyes, or maybe somebody really, really likes your eyes. Feels like that's one of your best attributes, features. Heavy, heavy, heavy energy on eyes though, and heavy energy on flowers. I know Mother's Day just passed recently, but there's something also that's growing really rapidly, and I was seeing a bunch of flowers. And then when I was still channeling your energy, I had went outside going for a walk, and I saw 999, which is Virgo energy, and more advertisements of flowers. So either you're gonna be, you know, verbally or physically receiving flowers soon. You may have just recently, or this is more so energy of, again, that cycle coming to a close and you receiving your flowers metaphorically, physically in that form as well. Something about a false start. You may have started something and then had to restart. You might feel like that right now. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Some of you could be having dreams at this time that show up in real life. And again, remember, dreams are riddles. So if you're receiving a dream, kind of process it in regards to what it is that you're seeing and see how it reflected in your waking life. If it's someone that you're dealing with or that you know and they're showing up in your dream, they could always be an archetype. So if you know someone who's in Aries and Aries energy shows up in your dream, it might not necessarily be that person, but they're telling you it's someone who is in Aries or Aries sort of fire energy. So take it as it fits. It can be very helpful for you though. Some of you could be music heads, or you consider yourself one. Mexico is significant. You could be Mexican. You could be doing a lot of construction right now in your home or your backyard, more specifically. Some of you are about to solve a mystery or just have solved a mystery that you were or have been pretty curious about. Like, I feel like I see like an array of random events kind of taking place. It could be through conversation, and then a couple moments later you kind of have this aha moment, or you discover something that you were just curious about. It kind of takes place a bit seamlessly, but in a way that you wouldn't expect. And that also could be a dream that you had that's coming to fruition in that capacity as well. May 5th could have been significant. Go back to your text messages, your pictures, Instagram, whatever, that will give you clues here. I'm seeing that most of you had a victory on this day, a shift in direction on this day, and it's gonna be after a period of struggle or chaos, fighting, something like that. But I'm seeing May 5th was a day of victory for a lot of you. You could have also gotten an offer for something, given an offer or a gift. Going back to the whole energy surrounding relationships, again, every single person that's a Virgo that relates to this message is in some sort of relationship, but I'm getting that there's so many different ones, and I'm confident that you guys will be able to hear the messages and know which stories are yours. But it is general, so realize that some of the message may be yours, not all of it, and just really feel that, you guys. Within that energy, I was getting Beyonce's song Jealous. I was also getting the song Blow. So with both of those, I'm getting something where, you know, things might not be exactly how one wishes or wants it to be. They're kind of waiting around on someone and they don't feel like that's something that they deserve, but that could be just your own energy of being jealous in that way, or vice versa. It could always be the person you're dealing with, switch the roles, whatever, however, you know, it makes sense. Then I was also hearing blow. So there's like another like very flirty, sexual, very passionate sort of relationship, very colorful there. I was also hearing For However Long by Bryson Tiller. So someone who sort of maybe waiting on you for however long they need to until they get you, or very adamant on being sure that they have your attention. Moving on, I also had a song by Tamia. What song was that? It'll come back to me if it's important or if it even makes sense for you guys. Some of you, this isn't for everybody, but there's a couple of you who are going to be dealing with an uncomfortable or triggering situation coming up soon. It's just going to be like a pretty quick interaction, but it might be with a male and it could possibly be with a stranger, someone you don't know. It could happen like outside when you're in public somewhere and you kind of just are really put off by someone's interaction with you. It's not going to sting you. It's not going to stick with you in that way, but it is going to come across. Be very mindful. Coming out of this Scorpio full moon we just had, when I tell you the energy is on 1,000, like I'm hearing F10, like the energy is on 1,000, okay? Everybody, if they're not, you know, in those cycles, in those spaces of growth, because that's what Scorpio brings out of you, cleansing out, purging out, really decluttering your space and allowing you to grow and transform. But if you're not doing that, you feel stuck. There's a lot of disgruntled energy, a lot of rude energy, a lot of like very spicy, quick, sharp interaction. So just be sure to take your own energy and know what is yours and what doesn't belong to you, because there's a lot of chaos going around so that there's a landing ground. But in the meantime, there's a lot of energy that's pushing through. So just throwing that out there, because of that situation specifically. Like, don't let anybody bother you that's not, you know, worth your bothering. Everyone means something, but we have to be protective of ourselves and our spaces as well. Going back to the flowers energy as well, you could be receiving flowers from your significant other's mother if you're a female, or a gift from her specifically. Or if not, whomever it is you're dating, either you're giving a gift to one of their family members or one of their family members are giving a gift to you. But I'm seeing a situation where it's like it's two people who are dating and then someone from one of the couple's family, that family member is either giving or receiving flowers. There's that. That could be also if you're in a newer relationship, and new is whatever constitutes to you as new. You see, I just want to make sure I'm getting everything. I see a lot of you coming out of your shell, like you might start going out more, wanting to kind of just be in a different space. As you can see, we're in a different space here. So a lot of you are moving or changing homes, atmospheres, friends groups, things like that. And that goes back to the Scorpio moon energy that we're just now getting out of, pulling you out of hermit mode, because it's like kind of, if anything's uncomfortable or you don't want to be uncomfortable, you're shifting. That's not by coincidence. Nothing ever is. It's very much on purpose. I was seeing a vision of someone in a red top. So this could be you. But I was seeing somebody in like a red sort of like tube top that's silk. And then there's a bow on the side that wraps like a bow on the side, and then it kind of falls like a train. If you see a top like that, if you're going out soon, I was getting something about a special occasion coming, wear red. That would look really good on you. Heavy on that wear red color if you're about to go out soon. These names could be significant, could be your name, names you're dealing with. I mean, names of people you're dealing with, a show that you're watching, but this could be significant. Steven, Bryson, Tiffany, Lauren. I have Tiffany here twice actually. And then I was seeing a Tiffany's box, like a gift box. Hold on. Okay, never mind. They're telling me to move on. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, or Pisces. Any of those zodiacs could also be significant. I was also hearing the song These Eyes by The Who. So going back to something about your eyes, or this is the vision that you're getting clarity on in regards to how things are starting to move for you in your cycle right now that you're in with yourself and what you're aligning with, as well as somebody that you're connected to. But also I would listen to that song. It's one of my favorite songs. It's very beautiful. If it matches for you, it matches for you. But it's called These Eyes by The Who. And then lastly, there is more 999 energy. I have 999 here with the flowers and 999 energy with some artwork that I saw at this place that I go to called Twisted. And I actually took a picture of it in my other phone. 222 here on the clock. Confirmation. Okay. Let me see. This picture might resonate with some of you guys. It could be how some of you are feeling. But it says 999 in the corner of the photo. It says new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. You are right where you need to be, but you are right where you need to be is in the fine print. So for some of you in a bit more of a strenuous or feeling difficult situation, just know that you're definitely coming out of that. And even the sign here is green. And then the photo within that place looked like this. This is actually so insane because now that it's been a couple of days since I've been on here and I moved away from this photo, this reminds me of like the cleansing energy, like purging, getting rid of things. There's a waterfall, there's flowers blooming, going back to, wow, the flowers that we talked about. And then the Scorpio moon energy. So that was just above, just under that photo in the place called Twisted. So if you have been in a situation or feeling like things have been a lot, just kind of chaotic, a lot on your plate, realize that you're transitioning to a new period. So yeah, let's get it started. I'm trying to figure out, see which deck they want me to do first. We're going in with the dream deck, guys. So bottom of the deck, the Star, healing energy, Aquarius, 7 of Cups. I feel like a lot of you, some of you are seeing what your options are, like looking at options more, realizing that you have options more as of late and deciding what it is that you want to do with them. 10 of Cups here and Queen of Swords, like making decisions that feel good for you. For the majority of you, I see you in like new relationships, new spaces that bring you a lot of joy. Let's see here though. A lot of you are very strict right now. I'm getting the word strict. Like if you are deciding you're doing something, if this is your mindset, if this is the avenue you're going down, this is what you're doing, nothing's really going to deter you from that. Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, the Sun, and 3 of Wands. You could be traveling a lot. Going back as well to, Texas with a Pisces. But then I also in my ear just heard Texas Sun, which is a song. Let me see who that's by so you guys can listen to it. It might be significant. And then I heard Paris, Texas. I know a Paris. You could be dealing with a Cancer as well. I don't know why this isn't loading. Okay. Okay, they're like, it's not important. I'm hearing Texas Sun though. So Texas is significant for sure. Oh, that was the other message. There's something about a fire sign too. Either you're dealing specifically with a Sagittarius or going back to that traveling with your opposite Pisces energy, you could be traveling with your opposite. Like the person who's opposite of you but is your significant other, in a way of the way that you guys mesh, kind of being on the same page there, because this King of Wands keeps popping up. I was like, I needed to mention that. 1 second. I feel like some of you might be going back and forth in your head about a decision, like a devil on your shoulder, an angel on your shoulder, and you're being very adamant again about making sure you're focused on the tunnel vision here of like the third opinion, the third observation, which is of your higher self leading you, and making sure that where you are is where you stay. I see you just very, very focused on moving forward. For some of you, you've just gotten out of a relationship, but if you have, I don't see you sitting around like moping about it. I kind of just see you moving quickly, like, okay, what do we do next? Where do we go from here? Time doesn't stop for anyone, not in a way of, you know, ignoring your feelings, but just being very mature and making sure that you're also looking out for yourself and what you need now. Yeah, I feel like someone's working on something. 3 of Cups, the Empress. I'm hearing don't tell. Now I'm hearing don't tell him by Jeremiah. That could be significant for some of y'all, but if that's a surprise, I'm not about to ruin it. So let me see anything else here for Virgo from this deck. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like it's time to, yeah, nope. Ooh, yeah, you're not in the loop of something right now, but you're gonna get information soon and be like, what? Like, shocked, surprised, but it's gonna be a win here. Don't stress about that though in the meantime, or like if you feel like you're seeing something or clues, just chill. I'm hearing be easy. Okay. Messages for Virgo. Justice. We love that. You could have recently watched an Adam Sandler movie. He could be significant. Hold on. One second, you guys. Okay. I do feel like for some of you, you just recently found out something that came in really fast. It might have came out of nowhere. That could be the opposite of the message that I just gave. But it feels like something came out of nowhere really quickly from someone that caused like a very big moment for you that was shocking. You may not have known, had any idea. There's something about some sort of like shocking or information message that you received out of left field. Whatever that was, I'm seeing like going, I feel this, is this, it feels like that May 5th energy. It feels like there's something that happened May 5th that was like, I'm hearing hit the jugular. Just like, doesn't it feel like it just hit like really hard, or the stomach or something like that? I don't say that, some of you could say that, but something happened where it like took the wind out of you, took a lot out of you. And after that happened, I'm seeing justice come out for you. Like, I don't know if you connected with a friend afterward, or it could have been 3 of you, but there's something about sort of alleviating whatever stress, frustration, anxiety came from that, as well as whatever that being, justice on both ends. Like whatever it was that happened was purposeful for you, as well as the other party that was involved, because whatever was going on here is something that you didn't fully see. Bruh, the only card that you pulled that came out is the Justice card again. For some of you, you kind of did see this, but you were choosing to not see it, and